Have you ever started the month with the best intentions to save money by buying only what you need and minimizing your expenses only to end up in red? Despite your best efforts, you still end up cashless in the middle of the month. Don't beat yourself up. It happens to many of us. We waste money due to many reasons. This may be because we are not aware of our true spending habits. Saving money has a lot of advantages. You don't have to worry about debt. You can quickly work on your goals and also invest. That's why you need to have a deep knowledge of money management. Unfortunately, the world we live in encourages spending at every corner. Materialism drives the world. The urge to buy liabilities is very high. Everyone wants to feel important. That's a subtle way to penury. To make matters worse, you can easily buy millions of products right from your room. You don't even need to visit a restaurant or a grocery shop. All these do not foster financial liberty. If you're ready to take control of your finances and separate yourself from the multitudes, these tips will help you to curtail spending. Stop spending money at restaurants. Eating out at restaurants or fast food corners costs you more than you could ever imagine. Of course, it's super fast, effortless, and not too expensive. Did I hear you say not too expensive? This is far more expensive than cooking at home. Meals made at restaurants cannot satisfy your hunger, thus, you will be forced to buy more. You can quickly calculate how much you spend each day and how much it will cost you to cook at home. If you're spending $15 on lunch 4 times a week, that's $60 a week and $240 a month. Imagine how quickly you could pay off debt with that kind of money. Aside from wasting money, homemade foods are healthier and more satisfying. Spend money on buying ingredients and cooking at home. You will be surprised by how much you will save. Also, instead of heading into the grocery store and wandering up and down the aisles, create your meal plan for the week. Make a list before you go and then stick to it. If you need to leave the kids or your spouse at home to avoid spray shopping and save even more, don't think twice about it. Planning your meals means lowering your overall food costs. You can still enjoy yourself with your family once in a while at a restaurant, but make sure it's within the budget. Resist the urge to buy discounted products. Retailers want to make sales. They place their products conspicuously on the shelves with a tag that says 15% discount. As a consumer, they know you love discounts and would rush to have them. Don't get caught in their web. Ask yourself a few questions before buying. Do I need this product? Of what use is a sweater that hangs with a 15% discount to you in summer? Moreover, you didn't have a sweater on your shopping list. Before you assume you would be saving money, think about the 85% you would pay that you never planned from home. That's still spending, not saving. If you think you need to get the product, add it to your budget for the next month. Avoid debts. Loans look good to secure, but if you are not careful, you would be wasting more money than you secured. Except to raise capital for a business or emergency, you must avoid debts at all costs. It eats deep into your income because once you receive your payroll, you will have to settle the debts and also the interests. If you've accrued a lot, you would probably have nothing left every month. That can also lead to more debt. Your debt owes you until you pay it off. Instead of borrowing or seeking loans, trim your expenses. Stay within your means and save more money. Watch how you spend using your credit card as well. If you go out to dinner with your friends and pay for it with a credit card, you are indirectly eating your next paycheck. If you forgot to pay the bill on time, interest will be added and that $20 meal just keeps getting more expensive and you have nothing to show for it. We live in a world where just about anything can be financed or borrowed, which can give you a sense of financial security, but it's not real. It just makes you think that you can afford the payment, the new car, the house, or the big purchase. If you don't have the cash to pay for something right now, you can't afford it. So cancel your credit cards and commit to living debt-free from this moment. Delay gratifications. This is another subtle way through which you throw out money. Short-term gratification. The need to satisfy our needs immediately. We all mostly fall victim to that. If you cannot control your appetite in the present, you will spend all that you have. Money is needed to pursue your goals, aspirations, and education. However, if you've wasted the resources that should be saved on junk like fast foods, drinks, and frivolities, you would have nothing left. Thus, learn to pause on your impulse and save your purse whenever you feel the urge to get something. It'll go a long way to help you spend only what is truly important. Invest your money. Instead of spending, cultivate the habit of investing your money. You won't only avoid wasting money, but you will increase it. Investing puts your money to work for a profit. Most billionaires today are investors. They sight a bright opportunity and seize it with their money. That makes their wealth keep increasing. There are thousands of investment opportunities at your disposal. You can buy stocks, invest in cryptocurrency, or even start your business. Aside from this, you can invest in your education. When was the last time you bought a book on financial literacy? These are the ways to spend money wisely. Buy books, tapes, and other materials that can give you wisdom. You will save a lot of money doing that. Spend less time on social media. There's hardly an individual that does not have 1 or 2 social media handles. That makes buying and selling on social media the best option. However, this can have an adverse effect on your pocket. Social media ads pop up while you are simply scrolling through your wall. You can be tempted to buy luxurious items that you do not need. Aside from that, spending a lot of time online consumes a lot of data, which simply implies you have to spend more on that. To fight this, minimize your time on social media. When there's nothing important to do, disconnect and use your time for profitable activities. Drop your credit card at home, delete the info from your profile. This may sound silly to you, but you have a goal: to avoid wasting money. Why then do you have your credit card with you throughout the day or when you visit the grocery store? If you genuinely want to be committed to spending minimally, you need to leave your card at home. Calculate the expenses that you need for that day, or write what you need and go with the exact amount without picking a dollar extra. That will aid your decision to avoid spending uncontrollably. If you're an online shopper, having your credit card information saved onto your shopping profile certainly is convenient, but it's also easier to fall prey to impulse purchases. All it takes is a click and you'll be a few pairs of shoes richer but $100 poorer. Deleting your credit card numbers makes it slightly less convenient to make purchases, and in the few minutes you're reaching for your wallet and taking out your credit card, you may decide that you don't need that item. Avoid partying. Attending get-togethers, weddings, and diverse kinds of ceremonies are not bad. Nevertheless, you stand to lose a lot of money if all you do every weekend is wear costly attire for a friend's wedding or dinner invitation. You will hardly have any money in your bank account. You will purchase new clothes, get a little gift to present to your host, and also the cost of transporting yourself there. All these are a waste of time and energy. Reduce the number of events you attend every month. You can't please everyone. Trying to do that will have a lethal effect on you. Do what you can when it is comfortable within your budget. Identify your needs versus your wants. Before you purchase a product, be sure that the product answers your need. If you are buying for the fun of it, you need to caution yourself. When you buy what your eyes pick every moment, you will be throwing a lot of money in the ditch. Set short-term financial goals. A great way to avoid wasting money is to set short-term financial goals that are attainable for you. These goals will constantly remind you of the reasons you are cutting back on expenses. Ensure that your goals are specific. A goal like decrease spending on eating out won't work. You need measurable goals like, I will decrease my spending on eating out from $400 a month to $200 a month. This gives you a target to aim for. Some short-term goals to get you started are saving 10% of your income into a separate account, bringing lunch to work instead of visiting restaurants, or sticking to a cash budget for at least 3 weeks. Regardless of what your goals are, ensure you keep them simple and attainable and post them somewhere visible to remind you of what you aim for. You need to imbibe discipline in spending money. If you do not apply strict measures to your spending, you will remain poor and in debt. Apply the tips shared in this video. You will be amazed by how your finances will change positively. Thanks for watching.